Walt Disney Studio Park is situated in Disneyland Paris, and with it being home to 9 world-class attractions, it is easy to know why it is so popular. However, today, by using the categories thrill, queue line, theming and fun, we're going to review and rank every ride at the park. Starting off with a dash for our first attraction on the list, we have Quatre Roues Rallye, and no matter whether you want to spin non-stop or are just looking for another fun family attraction, then this Cars themed teacup ride is just for you. The only thing is though, this is not your normal teacup ride, as once you have queued up in the pretty long but also well themed queue and then boarded one of the many different cars, you will not only begin by spinning around, but also heading in a figure of 8 formation, causing some, let's just say, pretty close encounters, which can drive a few people a little crazy. And so we would feel wrong not to give this ride a combined score of 15. If spinning around non-stop is not for you, but you still want to join many of your favourite Cars friends for an exciting adventure, then do not fear, as next up on our list we have got the one and the only Cars Road Trip. Previously known as the Studio Tram Tour though, this has always been a fan favourite. However, in 2022, with its transformation into the new attraction, in my opinion, it has only got 10 times better, with you being toured around the famous Route 66, seeing many of the beloved characters, some rather unique structures, and of course the world famous Catastrophe Canyon, which may get you a little wet, and so we're giving it a score of 15. For our next ride on our all rides list, things are starting to become a lot more intense, as we have Crush's Coaster, the park spinning roller coaster, and with it being unique to only Disneyland Paris, despite it building up some very long queue lines, you should already want to take a ride, and you should definitely do just that, as once you have boarded one of the very cool turtle shells, you and up to 3 others will head into the deep sea full of some great theming pieces, characters and the coaster itself, which trust me when I say is a little bit fishy. Ding ding. Okay, jokes aside though, this is a one of a kind coaster and it easily deserves a score of 27. Have you ever wanted to fly across the world on a flying carpet? Well, if you said yes, then look no further, as we now have, and I do apologise for my pronunciation, Le Tapis Volants, flying carpets over Agrabah, and as you can probably guess by the name, unlike Crush's Coaster, this is a common type of ride, and so if you are heading to the park on a busy day, then we would suggest trying the more unique attractions first. Nevertheless, if you do get a chance to ride, well then you'll definitely not be disappointed, with through the use of a lever, you being able to control your very own magic carpet, and therefore we're giving it the lowest score so far of 13. Who here loves RC Racer from the Toy Story movies? Well, of course you do, but do you know that Disneyland Paris has got a coaster themed towards its famous Toy Story character called RC Racer? And wow, is this ride amazing or what? With for starters, its awesome Toy Story Playland theming towards the ride, making it awesome just to watch alone. But wow, on ride it's a different story, with you being able to board the famous RC Racer, and for the best experience we would recommend the back or the front before rising up and down a U-shaped track to a whopping height of 80 feet, making it an experience which you nor your stomach will ever forget. and so we're giving it 26. You can't have a French theme park without a Paris themed ride, and Walt Disney Studio Park is no exception, as we now have Ratatouille, the adventure, where you, of course if you think what it takes to become a chef in Gusteau's kitchen, can become the size of a rat for an adventure of a lifetime. Nevertheless, what I particularly love about this ride, apart from of course all the incredible theming, queue line and ride vehicles which look like rats, is the fact that unlike your normal trackless dark ride, not only do you scurry around lots of 3D screens, but in addition to this, a lot of giant props too, really immersing you in the storyline, and so we're giving it a score of 26. From riding a rat to a Slinky dog, for our next attraction on our list we have Slinky Dog's Zigzag Spin, and it may not be a Mac family launch coaster like the one in Florida, but it definitely packs a punch, with after heading through the highly themed Toy Story Playland, queuing up in a humongous cardboard box, and then boarding the Slinky Dog with up to 4 others, you completing a series of bounces up and down, all around in circles around the Toy Story toys, and therefore when taking all of this into account, as well as the fact that it only lasts for 1 minute, we think that Slinky Dog's Zigzag Spin deserves a zigzag score of 19. If you are scared of heights, then skip to the next ride, as we now have the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and standing at a height of a whopping 183 feet tall, this is definitely not for the faint of heart. However, nor is it your normal drop tower, as not only has it got some rather spooky Disney theming throughout, a pre-show which builds up the excitement or nerves for the ride ahead, and a lift shaft gondola, but once your ride begins, you will shoot up, drop and bounce all around the many scenes, providing an awful lot of airtime, thrills and an experience that literally cannot be matched. And so we're going to give it the highest score that we can give it of 40. After ranking and reviewing 8 of Walt Disney Studio Park's attractions, we have made it to our final ride, Toy Story Parachute Drop. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As despite not providing the same thrills as Tower of Terror, this is a perfect drop tower for all of the youngsters out there, with you being able to board a parachute and with help from the Toy Story soldiers, of course rise to the top, see a fantastic view across the park and slowly descend back to the bottom, not once, not twice, but multiple times. And therefore we're going to give our final ride on the list a score of 20. There you go, we've just ranked and reviewed every single ride at Walt Disney Studio Park, and if you have enjoyed, please consider commenting, liking and subscribing, and if you want to see every ride per category, we've got it all down in the description below. Nevertheless, with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.